And here we are again, Thursday night, 9:04, late as usual. I tell you what, I'm going to be late to my own funeral anyway. Hopefully I'm not talking too loud. I tried out the new mics in case y'all wasn't here or on Grandpa's Random Reviews last night. I got some new microphones, the Ceramic Ultras, and I am trying them out. And Dashing Grandpa is live. Thanks for the notification. Anyway, and apparently they wasn't loud enough last night, so I bumped up the gain on them tonight, and we will see what they sound like when somebody comes on and says, "Hey, you're blasting me out," or "Hey, I can't hardly hear you." We'll put StreamYard back at middle at 100 on the mic volume. Now I see the little green dots, so we should be should sound good. I don't know. If anybody comes on, they can let me know. Other than that, I'm going to sit here and talk to myself because I don't guess anybody else is here. And if they are, let me know you're here. Let me unplug my phone here. Sounds good, but you're on. Let's see. My mom texted me. Sounds good, but you're on my iPad tonight. Well, I turned the gain up on the mics, so I think I turned it up to 8. And I'm saying that so when I say, what did I have that set on? I can go back and watch the replay at the first of it to see what I had it set. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Does it sound all right tonight? I have got, I don't know if it's a fly or a little gnat. It's driving me bonkers. I didn't see it until I moved. I had my hat laying up over the camera. When I moved, I guess it was under my hat or on my hat because now it's buzzing around here. Anyhow, hello, pork chop. Hello, sounds perfect. Good deal. Like I said, I bumped up the gain to 8. Good deal. Well, maybe 150 bucks is worth these mics. I don't know. I had a guy that he's starting a YouTube channel. I should have. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's see. Anyway, he made a comment on these mics because I put them on Grandpa's Random Reviews. Let's see. I just need a new window, and I'm still logged in. I went ahead and subscribed to him. It's a growing channel, but I don't know. It might be good entertainment for nothing niche specific. Not a gig worker. Actually, from the little bit that I did watch, he's probably a photographer. I believe he said he was like in Indiana or Ohio or somewhere Wisconsin. I don't know, somewhere up north. I wasn't in Wisconsin. I would have recognized that accent. There's YouTube. Anyway, I can remember what his name was. Because I see Steve is still alive. Not alive, but still alive. I was going to jump on his live stream for a minute, but I have been trying to edit a blood pressure cuff thing. It seems like it recorded a little high, but maybe my blood pressure's up a little bit. I don't know. Where did that guy's? What was his channel name? Maybe this is it. Yeah, yeah. Be Hanbo. I don't know how to pronounce it. But anyway, if y'all just want some random person to watch, his channel might be pretty good. Apparently, it's just a random, just a family vlogging channel. He's actually a photographer, but younger guy, probably in his what 30s, maybe late 20s. But anyway, he had made a comment about getting some, just starting out and wanting to get some mics, and the Boyas are probably a little cheaper, and that's what I've been using all this time. until I got these. But the Boyas, I think I wore them out because they come in a box just like this. Oh, I boxed it up. I'll put it back over there for a backup. But they charge in a case like this. But that should be the left side. The left side quit charging, and also occasionally they would start crackling, and it screws up your audio. And when that happens, sometimes you can play with it in the editor a little bit and get it to sound a little better, but it just doesn't pan out good. That's why I decided to up the game a little bit. I did notice these mics. I don't remember if I mentioned it last night, but 2 times, doing the reviews, I'll hit record a little bit, and then I'll have to change positions of the camera or whatever. So I hit stop and hit record. And then like last night, I went outside to do a tabletop light. And when I hit record again, it was like the gain was turned way up. It was loud, and it was picking up the leaves blowing. I mean, it was horrible. Luckily, I had hit record on the device itself, just in case, because it already did it once. But I went ahead, this time I hit record on the transmitter, so I would have a backup in case something goofed up going through the camera. Good thing I did. I was able to just drop that audio in and keep going. It's just a hassle. Of course, with these are set up to where you can, as soon as you take it out of the box, it starts recording. But if I was a professional, that would be fine. But I may take it out of the box, put it on, then decide I need to go to the bathroom or I need a drink. So there's no use in recording all of that. Anyway, I didn't really have anything to talk about tonight, y'all. I just thought random topics. So if y'all got something going on in your life, let us know, and we will talk about it. We will critique it. We will tell you what all we would have done in that situation. Because, everybody's always got some advice, and it's always different from what you would have done. Not always, but sometimes. But a lot of times people they don't know every little thing that made you make the decision that you made. They think, well, I would have done it this way. Well, yes, you would have too. But this happened, which caused this to happen, which is why you made that decision. So, I don't know. Where we're going with this. Beats me. Like I said, random. And did y'all ever say if you liked my plant? I like them plants back. Well, where's this hand? There. Well, you know how hard that is to do? I see people on YouTube doing this, and man, they're pointing right straight at stuff and like pointing at them plants. I got to sit there and move around. Lord have mercy. Anyway, what's happening? Anything? I needed to talk to you, Mom, if you're still here. Well, not really. All I'm going to say is a lady from Union Square called me. But nevertheless, it's handled, so don't worry about it. So nobody's got nothing said. I hear crickets, and I hate hearing crickets when I'm doing a live because it makes me feel like people say, hey, he ain't talking. Why am I here? Well, I don't know. Maybe because you ain't got nothing else better to do. I guess we can sit there and move this camera and point it over at the monitor and watch the bugs fly in front of the camera. It looks like Ghost. Anyway, you're cutting this wrong. Oh, he's got a lime on here? You've probably been cutting limes wrong your whole life. That's what I say. That guy might have a pretty interesting channel. I only watched a little bit of videos, but I've been trying to do reviews. Hello, Tim. Cap, CapCut, you can edit the volume level. Did you get a haircut? I got one a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I don't know. Might have been a month ago. But yes, ma'am, I did. Well, with not StreamYard, Filmora I can too. I have been curious about DaVinci Resolve. You know, I hear a lot of people switching over to it. And they do have a free version, and I think it's like 200 and something dollars. And I mean, I paid for uh, Filmora, but it wasn't nowhere near that much. But, you know, I've used it for free for quite a while with, there was a way you could use it without getting the watermark. Hello, Chris's Gigs. How you're doing well out there? But yeah, DaVinci Resolve, I don't know. It's supposed to have a really good audio editor in it. I've heard that also, Grandpa. Yeah, but I've already paid for this one. But I guess they have a free version of DaVinci Resolve, and it doesn't put a watermark, but you just don't get all the full benefits. I just don't know if I want to relearn anything. Which I think if you know how to use the editor, a lot of it is going to be the basics, unless you want to really get into some really cinematic cuts and jumps and stuff. That's Trader uses the free version of DaVinci. So yeah, well, if he does, I've never seen any watermarks on his. I haven't watched him in a long time, but yeah, I don't know. But I know there's a paid for version. But for what I do on my videos, I don't need anything. The only thing I use is a transition from one cut to another cut, and sometimes I just jump. I don't use transitions a lot. Back when I was doing a bunch of the Dirty Shoes Adventures, I was using some really cool different transitions and like cinematic stuff. But for just product reviews and talking head stuff like this, I think it's overkill, you know. CapCut is only $10 a month. Well, one thing about DaVinci, it's a one-time fee. Same way with Filmora. You pay once and that's it. It's yours for life. CapCut is $10 a month and it's super easy to use. Don't know how to do something. YouTube will teach you. Yep. I think I did download CapCut on the computer, but I was using it online, and that might have been why. I think we might have been talking about that. But when I used it online, no, I don't guess I did download. Well, I forgot I had this hard drive replaced, so I just didn't reinstall it, I guess. But when I was using CapCut online, it would like lag. You know, you would try to do a cut, and you would have to wait till it loaded, and it had to be CapCut because I got a 2 gig connection, so I don't know. But you do a lot of vertical, or you started doing more vertical. I noticed that. I was looking at my analytics. 56% I think it was 56% of the people that watch my videos are on a phone. So I don't know. I just like the horizontal landscape. Okay, I don't know. There are some videos it would be easier to watch it, you know, vertically. So what do y'all think? My phone is now paid for. My phone service sucks, but the phone's paid for now. I can switch to either Verizon or T-Mobile and get the S20 whatever's out. And what is it, the S25? And then I'd be keeping paying pretty much what I'm paying now, or up until this month. I just don't know. I mean, technically the phone is still good. The camera, I don't know what the deal is, but it uses this lens 90% of the time. And when I go to take a picture, like I took a picture of the little guideline for this blood pressure machine, and it's cloudy every time, like a frost over it or something, or a film, and I have to clean it off. I just use my shirt, but you know, nothing technical about me. Hello, T-Ron. Howdy, howdy. Long film will mostly be good. Yeah. Don't get a new phone just because you can. Get one when you need one. I wonder what causes that to fog up. I mean, all I gotta do is just take my shirt and wipe it, and it's fine. The better camera would be nice. My mom says, huh? Okay. Oh, she was talking about Union Square. Her last sentence, I'm with Pork Chop. Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, I could get a $36 a month was what I was paying extra for this phone. So I can drop my phone bill, probably 36 and some change. It'll be like 3 or 4 cents difference because of the taxes and whatnot. Yeah, and I could save a little money, but the service is what gets me. Where I live, I can go down to Pizza Hut or something. I have no internet service or no phone service at all. It's got the little circle up there. And if you're doing deliveries here, it's horrible. You can't, she said you can't, once you do the drop off, you'll be sitting out in front of somebody's house waiting on it. Oh, by the way, Mom, I saw your text. I meant to answer you. Bring the slingshot gun over here and we'll shoot squirrels. It's not a bad idea. I don't know. I still haven't done it. Hello, Nana. Howdy. Anyway, yeah, I just don't know. But I find myself thinking, how often am I doing deliveries now? And do I really need? I mean, having better phone service, yes. But right here at my house, not a block over, but right here at my house, it works. Now I can go a block over and maybe the phone will ring. Maybe when I'm talking to somebody, it won't just drop the signal. But right here at my house, it works. But if I drive a quarter of a mile east or west of here, there's no internet service on my phone. But I don't know. I haven't been out of the house in 2 days. Tomorrow will be 3 days, and I don't know. Yeah, I'll be getting out of the house tomorrow. But the last 2 days, I ain't been out of the house, and I don't know. I would like to have a better phone service, and I guess I could switch and just take my phone with me. That's a thought. I don't know. I just don't have time to fool with it right now. I do want a better phone, but I mainly want better phone service. But it's not a do or die thing. It works while I'm right here. Anyway, that was one topic we covered and kind of got a unanimous thing. Hello, Steve. Ain't nothing up but the sun and reviews. That's all I've been doing, man. And the only reason why I know the sun's been up is because I opened my curtains. I ain't been outside this house in 2 days. That's when they offered a free phone if you switch over to them. Hope it really is free. Well, you can take your phone over to a new service, and I may wind up doing. I need a secretary. I've got stuff that I need to ship out. I've got I've got little things that need to be done that I just don't have time to do. You know, and I started to have a different topic on tonight, and it would be I was thinking something. Is there more to the gig work than just gig work? Because Tim's been doing the fishing. I went a couple of times, but I tell you what, I don't know. I got mixed feelings because I see both sides of it on delivery. But it seems like if you've been doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, whatever, for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and you're still doing the same exact thing day in and day out. I mean, I see both sides of it. It's as steady as a lot of other jobs, and of course now most people that's doing the delivery are having to work a lot more, unless you've got catering orders and stuff like that. But just regular DoorDash, regular Uber Eats deliveries, you having to work a lot more to make the money that you was making 2 years ago and longer. But it just seems like you got to be working on something else. And then I kind of think, well, I did do that. I did exactly what I had talked about doing. But now I don't have time to go out. It was tough enough, but at least when you're doing delivery, you're out and about and you're doing stuff. You can stop by Walmart. Me, I would have to shut down everything, get in the car, drive 10 miles to go to Walmart, and if I go pick up something and I come back, it takes me another hour to get back motivated, to get back in the groove. So I just don't know. I'm going to drive and listen. Oh, hello, Jay Twist, Jason. Depending on rain tomorrow, I may go fishing after the catering orders. It's putting it's putting me close to the Portwood Lake. No. That's why you're taking those, huh? Market to market and the situation to situation flexibility and gig economy is still number one attraction. But really, in all honesty, how much flexibility do you really have? 2 years ago, I'm 100% in agreement with that. I could work a couple of hours, make $50, go do something, do 2 or 3 more deliveries, $100 a day, $150 a day. But now you're having to work 12 hours a day to make that. And if you're having to work that much, how much flexibility is there really there? Of course, I realize you could work 12 to 14 hours Thursday and take off Tuesday if you needed to or whatever. So I get that, but I don't know. I think sometimes you will still make more money staying on. That's another thought is look at all the gas that I'm not putting in my car. I'm saving $100 a week by not doing delivery. Or, probably $80 a week really. 70 to $80. And less miles on the car. But I'm stuck in the house. So I don't know. As Bill Dance says, the best times to go fishing is when it's raining and when it's not raining. Yeah, that's true. What sunglasses was that? Well, I'm kind of talking out loud, but my mom knows what I'm talking about. Because my dad, I think he ordered some Bill Dance sunglasses, made you see the fish better. Because I don't remember who it was, might have been old Wayne that lived behind us. Somebody would say he got his Bill Dance, I think it was Bill Dance, fishing glasses on. I do 80% of courier work, so I have full flexibility. But I get up at 5 a.m. and usually could call it a day by noon. Well, yeah. Then I do podcasts and laser graphics from there on. But you got a good thing going on there. Not a bunch of folks ain't got that. Wichita Falls, it ain't gonna happen. They ain't nothing going on. I used to get up early, and the only orders I ever got in the mornings was Uber Eats from what's that big coffee shop? Uh, every Starbucks. It was Starbucks orders. That was about it until about 11 o'clock. And then you would start getting some regular food deliveries. But, I see like Tim, I've heard him talking about how much you get on some of the catering orders. But here you just don't have that. Man, I bet my cost of living is yeah. Oh, I know it is. I know it is, man. When we was up there, I was looking because I thought it would be cool to have a little vacation spot, just a quarter of an acre up here at the bottom of one of the mountains. Called on them just for like a regular lot. It was like 220,000, no house on it, just the lot. It seemed like it was like a 200,000, something like that. No house, no nothing, just a lot. And you'd have to clear a little bit of it off to put you a little house in there. The property is crazy up there. I would venture to, I don't know about California, but from what I saw and what I hear about California, I would say it's as expensive as California as far as property goes. I don't know about like a gallon of milk and things like that, but the property there in Colorado is crazy. An acre in the mountains is, yeah, yep, 1 to 5 million. I know, man. When we was, what was that, Monarch? I think Monarch Pass is where it was at. But you'd be going towards, oh, what's that little town that we went to? Had casinos in it, and it was over in Monarch, on the other side of the mountains from where you're at. Gunnison, yeah, Gunnison. But when you get up over there, man, because you go through after you go through the pass, then you just level out until you get a little further, and then you back into the up and downs. Man, the property over there was crazy. My bet, I don't know. I wish there was a way to order it, but man, it was what I ate. It was elk chili. That elk chili at that restaurant there, best chili I've ever ate in my entire life. Man, I wish I could. I wish you could order that from that restaurant, or knew somebody that really knew how to make it like them. Golly, that was good. I love Tim's schedule. Yeah, me too. I just, I don't know. I want to, when I get this, I always say this, but when I get these reviews done that I'm behind on, because I don't even look anymore at the different sites that I can look at and pick out stuff that I want to review, and I just let them know that I'll do that. I've got like 2 or 3 of them I can do that with. I haven't even looked at them for the last 3 or 4 weeks because they asked me to do stuff, and I've gotten to where I'm turning a lot of it down. That there was one of them car plays. I don't know anything about them, and it was like $179 or $189. I don't know anything about them. Don't care anything about them. But if you had a car that doesn't have all that into a sound system, might be worth it. But I'm turning down some high dollar stuff that I don't want to take on more. I want to, what's that? Lessen my load, because I've got enough stuff to where as long as I keep getting stuff coming in from here and there, I'm going to, it's fine. The Amazon commissions should be fine. The little bit you take that, the little bit you make on YouTube, the little bit you make on the marketplace and the flea market. I need to start kind of, not stop working, but kind of level it out. Then I'd have time to go fishing and stuff. I have just about missed crappie season. I mean, we're still in crappie season, but another month and it's gone. Hello, Mary. Hope you are well. Multiple streams of income. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what I say. I've got the two YouTube channels. Of course, this one don't make nothing anymore, but you know, actually, it don't pay any bills. It helps. But you know, you got two YouTube channels, selling stuff on Marketplace, let's see, two YouTube, Marketplace, flea market, Amazon commissions, and then when I do get paid to do the reviews, which most of them you don't get paid, but on some of them you do. So I guess it's technically 6 streams of income. This channel is the reason why your other is doing well. You got good at it here. I don't know about good at it, but I got more comfortable with it. I've watched some of them, like my Dirty Shoes Adventures videos, and some of the first videos I would just be like staring at the camera and saying, we are going to go over here, and then we are going to do this. I'm like, come on, dude, spit it out. And I give credit to my aunt for a lot of that, because she told my mom one time that he needs to talk more. And ever since then, I've tried to do it, because it just feels weird talking to a camera. And then you got to realize, quit thinking of the camera. And this is some advice for anybody that's, most of y'all already doing YouTube, but for if anybody's new that's just starting in it, don't look at that camera like a camera. Look at it like a face. Matter of fact, if you have issues with that, you can do it at home. I don't know about being out and about, but at home, you can take a picture and put behind your camera of a family member or a friend and just act like you're talking to them. Don't think of it as a camera. Just think of it as a person, because technically, that's who you're talking to. Look at all y'all that's listening to me ramble. I'm not talking to a camera. I'm talking to y'all. So, anyway. That's my tip for tonight. And don't take wooden nickels. And don't eat yellow snow. Of course, we ain't got to worry about that one for a while. Would you benefit more from only doing paid reviews or the items that you review for free sell better? Oh, big old moth just flew in. I don't know where it come from. Would you benefit more from only doing paid reviews or the items that you review for free sell better? The items that I do for free sell better. Because you figure, well, technically, if they were all like this one, this is the blood pressure thing. This one's paying $50, which is pretty good. But the ones that normally, you know, are $20, $10 to $20. And it's an item that I could sell for $20 to $30 and sometimes more. So that's a lot of the reason why I don't push it a whole lot to do the paid reviews. I've got an electric lawnmower come in. Unfortunately, it's a corded one, but I'm going to experiment with that a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but I've got a battery, you know, that's got the built-in inverter with the plugs on it. I'm going to see if you can set that on top of that lawnmower and plug that lawnmower into it. It may pull too many amps and drain that quickly, but I don't know. But like it was a freebie, a free review. You know, it wasn't paid, but I can sell that thing for, 50 to $100. I don't know. I don't remember how much it cost, but wait. But that is the beauty of YouTube, watching people about. Oh, yeah. Actually, I love Dirty Shoes Adventures channel. I wish you still did that one. I would like to, and it's only like 100 and something subscribers being monetized, but I don't have the watch hours. But if I started doing more on it, I started doing the electric scooter around Wichita Falls, and I don't have time to get out there and do it. So that's why I'm trying to start telling them no on a lot more things, because I've got 700 and going on 800 videos on Amazon and YouTube. That's a lot of videos. I'm scheduled out till May 28th or 29th on videos. They're already scheduled on here on YouTube. So, as long as you get a few coming in, keep it rolling. But I need to get off the big wheels and slow it down so I can enjoy it a little bit. I turned 60, y'all. Not a whole lot of time left, and it'll be gone before you realize it. And I won't be able to go walk around the lake and go fishing and walking down the rocks and whatnot. I'll be breaking a hip. Good advice, thank you. Or if it's an angry video you're making, put on an enemy behind the. Oh yeah, well that's true too. I try not to be angry videos, and I avoid drama at all costs. I've left some live streams and watching stuff because it was starting, and I don't want anything to do with it. The camera is a stalker. I'm not looking in the camera. I'm looking at you. Exactly. Yep. I'm turning 35 this month. What? I mean, 53. You're still behind me. But look at how fast it goes. When you're in your teenager, when you're young, you want to be a teenager. When you're a teenager, you think, oh, I want to be 20, 25. And all of a sudden you're 20 to 25, and then bam, you're 30. Turn around twice, you're 36. Next thing you know, you're 45. It's like it starts doubling and tripling in the years. And it just keeps going. I'm 40. When I'm 64, happens to me on Monday. 64 on Monday. I mean, I turned 64 Monday, so the Beatles song has been in my head ever since. When I first started getting subscribers, it was creepy. Now you want as many as you can get. Yeah. I feel good where I'm at. I would not want to go back. I did right the first time. Well, people say age is just a number. You only feel as old as you're only as old as you feel. And I agree with that to an extent. One thing that I'm learning slowly is you feel like you can stand in the back of that pickup and just jump out and hit that ground. It's only 3 foot. You've done it all your life. But when you do it, when you get a little older, it's like your legs do not have no flexibility, and it's almost like your knees got shoved up into your hips. It doesn't like kill you, but it definitely, I can jump off the back on this porch. I can just jump down or something. Just a little 2 foot or whatever. It's like, oh, that used to be really easy. And little things like that. I don't hurt, but the little things that you used to do, like jumping off the back of a pickup or something, was so easy. Nothing to it. And now you might as well be jumping off the house. Crazy. That's the biggest thing that bothers me. We're all kids in our heads, but our bodies don't. Yeah. I've thought about that sometimes. I'm like, do really old people, up in their 90s, knocking at 100's door, do they still feel like they're younger? Because I sure don't feel like I'm 60. When I think of that as a number and look at the number, it feels old. Or not old, but older. But when you're just living life, like talking and everything, man, I feel like I'm in my 30s. I clocked a new record on my snowboard this year. It's on my community page, 60 miles per hour. No kids on the mountains can catch me. There you go. That's cool, man. I never did snowboard, and I still want to come snowmobiling. There you go. You got to stop and enjoy life because I start knocking at 90's door. I don't know about snowmobiling. I may not want to. I may want to just sit in there or sit right here and not do anything. Only problem with 60 is when you trip or fall and get up and think, oh my God, I could have, yeah. 105, I have been riding 33 years and do backcountry search and rescue. So I'm very experienced. That's cool. I don't know. I used to slalom ski. Does that count? Water ski, not snow ski. Never been snow skiing. We just don't get much opportunity of that around this part of Texas. You have to go out towards Amarillo and Dalhart out in there if you want to do anything like that. Staying active is the most important thing. I have two 97-year-old ladies on my block. Cool. Hello, Wendy. I feel way better now physically than I did when I was 50. That's good. Mentally, I do. Amarillo has snowboarding. I don't know. They get some good snow out there, though. They probably do behind a tractor or a horse because, it's flat out there. But I do know they get some good snow. A lot of times, it comes up, comes out of the mountains, comes across, dumps on Amarillo, starts heading this way at about Childress or Lubbock. It just comes off that cap rock where it starts dropping, and that's usually about where it quits snowing. We still get some snow, but nothing like West Texas. West Amarillo, Dalhart, anything west of Childress and Lubbock, you get snow. Oklahoma City, well, Jason knows about that, Tulsa. We're just kind of a little dome over this part of, from starting this part of Texas south and east. West too, but. Hello, Ray. I'm listening in as I'm about to drive home. Cool. Be careful. Mentally, I'm a mess with, but physically, I'm a mess. There was I don't know. I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm in a better position than I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Uh, it feels good to be able to, if I want to run to the store and get gallon of milk or whatever, I don't have to look for the change to go get it, if y'all know what I'm talking about. It feels good not to have to do that. I had to, never went hungry, but didn't always get to eat what I wanted to eat. Now I can. Can't travel and do like I want to do, but I can get a hamburger if I want one. And that's a nice feeling. And that's all I ever wanted. I don't care nothing about being a millionaire. I mean, it'd be great. The only reason why I say it'd be great is because you look at all the people you could help. You know, it's not about what I can get. I mean, it is, but it's what you can help people and, you know, what you can bless them with. But just really, just being able to go get a hamburger if you want to is nice. As long as it's not somewhere real expensive. I ain't doing McDonald's. Burger King, well, I don't even want to do Burger King anymore. Burger King used to be one of my favorite fast food places to get a hamburger. Last time I went to the Burger King here, it's terrible. They've lost the flavor. And then I watched, it was on YouTube or Facebook Reels or something. Somewhere I watched it. It might have been a TikTok video that got shared. I don't know. Anyway, they said that the Burger King now uses the smokehouse flavoring instead of actually flame broil, just to get the flame broil, because they're not flame broiling them no more. And maybe that's why it's not any good. I don't know. I always like that smoky taste. Liquid smoke is what they said. I don't know. I'm not a cook, but I know what's good and what's not good. And Burger King's not very good. Not this last time I went, anyhow. Yes, Mr. Wumble, going to watch it again and might have a couple of follow-up questions. Oh, okay, y'all talk about that one. Hey, PK. And it used to be good, you know. Them double whoppers with bacon and jalapenos. But now, this last time I went, and that was the first time I had been, oh man, I was doing DoorDash a couple of years. So I don't know, maybe that changed. But used to it was good, but not no more. Actually, one of the best places, and we have a local place here that's really good, but Chili's. If y'all have not had the Chili's hamburgers, they season, and that could just be the cook. I don't know. But they season that hamburger meat really good. You could split the hamburger with somebody. It's a huge hamburger, but it's really good. Off to bed. Not everyone. I'm actually already in bed. All right, man. Well, if you get a chance to go fishing, throw some video on there. You need to get one of those, you need to get you like a GoPro. I wouldn't get the GoPro, but the Osmo 2, I think's what it is, with the flip-up screen. The stabilization on those are better. But you can get one and you can get the little GoPro mount and put it on your chest, and you can really do some, FPV, isn't that what they call it? Anyhow, have a good night, Tim. Thanks for being here. I'm getting a necklace mount. That's what I was talking about. Hold on, let me show you again before you go. It's right here. Sarah Elizabeth, I think I told her about it one time, and she got something like it, and then she went to something different. But that goes on the outside of your shirt, and your action camera mounts right there. This goes on under your shirt, and voila, hang it around your neck. Rock on. And I did some shopping orders carrying that, and I've also done the little tool that some people make fun of me about, and it clamps on. You can clamp it onto a shopping cart. Anyway, didn't mean to keep you up any longer. Have a good night. Oh, 3 for me is a great deal at Chili's. The 3 for me. I don't know about that one, but I know that cheeseburger there was really good. You have Whataburger up your way. We do. I don't know if they do. I think Whataburger is just a Texas thing. I'm not a big fan of Whataburger. I mean, it's good. Unfortunately, where I live, that's probably the best hamburger without driving on into Wichita. It used to be, oh, we're talking about Burger King? Oh. I, up until just a few years ago, I liked it, but I don't know. Of course, they may have changed it up there sooner than they did down here. I don't know. We just did 4 bank jobs. Oh, y'all ought to be rich now. Oh, we just did 4 bank jobs in 2 hours. Ray, and to tell you nothing. Ray, and to tell you nothing to share. Are y'all gonna be like Bonnie and Clyde doing these banks? We have water. Oh, y'all have Whataburger up there? I didn't realize y'all had one. I thought Whataburger was just a Texas thing. Maybe, well, Dairy Queen, I think. Well, no, I think they have Dairy Queens outside of Texas too. I don't know. But I don't know. Usually, if I go to Whataburger, I get I get the junior burger, but I also get the double meat junior burger with jalapenos and bacon, and that's plenty for me. And half the time, I don't get French fries or nothing. I have issues swallowing sometimes, like on French fries. Lovely curse of cancer, but the onion rings are pretty good. I didn't realize Whataburger was up there, but anyway. And I'm not knocking Whataburger. It's just it doesn't. It's just like any other hamburger place. They don't season the meat a whole lot, but so many people are allergic to different things. I understand why they don't season stuff that much, but Patrick Mahomes was instrumental in getting them here. Oh, okay, cool. There's a Dairy Queen in Michigan. There's a Dairy Queen in Florida. Wow. So Dairy Queen's not a Texas thing either. It ain't nothing. Everybody wants what Texas has got. I'm just teasing. Texas ain't everything. Whataburger all over here quite expensive for not really a good burger, in my opinion. It's not a bad burger, but yeah, it's expensive. Like, if you get a regular, let's see, what is it? Sweet and sour, the sweet and sour bacon cheeseburger with fries and drink, I think is like $14, 12 or $14 for a hamburger. I tell y'all something funny, and that karma's getting them. Is I don't remember if I read it or I guess I read it on the news break. McDonald's is going downhill, but they have jacked their prices so high. You know, the little junior burgers that you used to get for 2 for $1. Then they went to like $1.29. And now it's like $4 for that little bitty piece of hamburger meat on 2 pieces of bread. So they're kind of getting they're trying to go up on their prices and their foods, and it was worth it at 2 for $1 or even $1, but it ain't worth much more than that. I haven't eaten a hamburger in years, really. That used to be all I'd eat. Man, my sister would agree with that one. I was a little bit spoiled, but just a little. The Chicago company bought out the majority of the shares of Whataburger. That is why they are branching. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I don't know if you have ever seen what a burger. They say the taste changed when they sold it. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I'm trying to cut costs. I haven't eaten them. Well, okay, Dairy Queen has been here since I was a kid. Yeah, we really we've had. I think what was it back when I was a kid? I mean, we had Dairy Queen, but they had like what was it, Tasty Freeze and Dairy Land, or it was down there on Brook Street. I, Man, I was little, like 6. That's been 1,000 years ago. Oh, yeah, yeah, I agree, McPuke. That's almost as bad as the Taco Bell. But I do eat at the Taco Bell here because you ain't got much choice. You got McDonald's, which is out. You got Whataburger, and you got Taco Bell, and you got Chicken Express and Brahms. And that is the only five fast food places here. And then you got uh, Stockyard, uh, Feedlot, uh, Mexican food place, two, I think just two regular restaurants where you can go in and sit down and not considered fast food. Not much here, but you can drive 10, well, about 14 miles into town and get something good. Or you can drive 30 minutes over to Lawton or whatever. The casino's close, but I don't remember. It's been a while since I've been to the casino to eat. And I don't remember what kind of restaurants they have in the casino. I know they have a steakhouse. Used to, the one casino had a seafood night. It was just like seafood buffet. I'm not into crab legs, but they had shrimp. And I loved me some shrimp. It was like 10 or 12 bucks all you could eat. I'm sure it's way more than that now. But I can throw a rock and almost hit the casino from here. But I just don't go over there. Good place for me just to stay away from. Occasionally, maybe, but nah. I don't have time for it, and I don't want to. I don't want to put no money in the machines. Maybe when I get rich and famous, maybe I could put the GoPro on now because you can take pictures in a casino now. There used to be a guy, I don't remember where it was, but he had a whole dedicated YouTube channel to playing slot machines. You love Brahms. Brahms is not bad. The burgers are decent. The ice cream is really good. Got a hot fudge sundae and Baskin Robbins after church. I don't, e- I don't even know. Do we have it? We used to have a Baskin Robbins, and they was gone for years. But it seems like they put in another one in, but I don't remember now. Never heard of Brahms. Huh. We didn't go to Baskin Robbins. We went to Dairy Queen. Robbins, not robbers. Yeah, I knew what you was talking about. What was that? Used 51 flavors was their thing, and then Brahms came in and kind of destroyed them here. But I was thinking they rebuilt or reopened a Baskin Robbins here, but I don't remember now. I'm seeing a lot more of the little yogurt places popping up. Yeah, people eating healthy. It's overrated. Oh, yeah, Brahms has that, or they did have the bag of burgers. You can get like 5 or 6 cheeseburgers for like $5, $10, maybe $10. We used to get that a few years ago in a previous lifetime. The only one who doesn't get that is mom if she's watching. She gets what I'm saying. But I had to, yeah, I had people I had to feed, and more they ate. Oh boy, y'all. Let's not start talking about these hot fudge sundaes, and I'll be wanting, and I think they're already closed, 10:03. But I do have strawberry ice cream in there because I was making the strawberry banana. Actually, I could make one of those strawberry banana milkshake with the blender I did the review on. The blender actually was pretty cool. It's got the big blender and it's got an individual blender. But I've got one banana left. The prices they could be. Yeah. Heard a noise and my light at the front porch came on. I don't know what it was. I don't see anybody. Might have been across the road. My hanging baskets I put out front if the wind blows them, they've got like the ivy kind of stuff hanging off of them. When it blows, it sets off the motion sensors. They got their bag of burgers. Yeah, the bag of burgers. Yep. Baskin Robbins tends to be with Dunkin'. Oh, you're right. That's where it's at. You're right. Now I remember. There was what was that one donut shop? And a lot of people didn't like them, but I really liked them. They used to carry, you could buy a box of them at Walmart, but I don't see them anymore. The old fashioned donuts, they've got those donut stores in, where was it, Grand Prairie or Arlington, down in the Dallas area? Uh, Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme. But they make a old fashioned donuts. But man, those is good. And then they quit carrying them. Anyway, y'all are gonna be having me going in that kitchen. I've got a video I'm trying to edit with the blood pressure machine. By the way, Mom, if you want that, let me know. I was watching a video last night of a couple of geezers looking for the cheapest burger in the UK. However, they started with the most expensive that was around. Good Lord, $455? Have a Krispy Kreme and they have them in the Metroplex. I know that. They don't have them here in Wichita Falls. I forget. We always call it Wichita, but y'all are up there around Wichita, Kansas, and Wichita, Missouri, or Wichita, Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas, Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah. Anyway, I put stuff on Amazon from the United States, Canada, the UK, and Australia, and of course, Australia doesn't have a video, but you can put links. But Canada prices, I would think if that was Canadian, that's high. But the UK, their dollar, if something in the US is $40, I've noticed that like in the UK, it'll be like 45, 46. In Canada, it could be 455. But the UK dollar amounts are not a whole lot different than the United States on the products that I've seen from Amazon. They even got a burger from Gordon Ramsay restaurant. They worked out to be about 120. They weren't impressed. Wow. I couldn't imagine paying that much. I wonder if that $455 is one of them fake hamburgers, that's processed. I know that meat's higher. We have a Krispy Kreme. They gave out free donuts during COVID if you showed your COVID vaccine card. Oh, that's cool. I like Krispy Kreme, but I know a lot of people don't like them. I heard a lot of bad things about them, but I like them. I don't know. The cheapest was it's $1.60. The best they said was in the trailer cafe at the side of the road, and that came with a cup of tea for $4.50. There you go. Too many people make try to make something that's already good better, and by doing that, they ruin it. They start putting all this funky stuff in it, a hamburger, and throw some seasoning on it, and call it good. Maybe a little garlic salt, some just that was it McCormick's? just the hamburger seasoning, and that's good. You don't need to put parsley and basil and all this junk in there. Just when something's good, leave it alone. They put too much crap on them. Oh, I agree, 100%. The grossest hamburger that I've ever ate in my life, and I don't know if it was if it was a local place, back when Dad drove a truck, and it's just because some foods that are prepared up north are made different up there than what they are down south. But we got a hamburger up there one time. I believe it was in Ohio, and it was nasty. It was like greasy. When you cook a hamburger, or hamburger meat now don't so much, but you'd get that fat around the sides of it. But their hamburgers was like that, and it was like stuck into the bread, and they talked about how good they were, and that was nasty. Worst hamburger I ever ate in my life. Best I remember, Dad said that's the way sometimes they cook stuff up there. I don't know, or maybe hamburgers. I don't know, but I just know things are cooked different in different parts of the country. I don't do. I'm plain Jane. I don't want nothing overly greasy. I don't want nothing overly decorated. We got a really good Mexican food place here. Juan Guaido's or something. It's out by the Shepherd Air Force Base here. Excellent enchiladas. And then they tried to get fancy and put like little curlies of sour cream on top of an enchilada. I know a lot of people like sour cream. And I've gotten to where I'll eat sour cream now. I used to not, if it was on there, yeah. But they've tried to make it fancy. So now I just have to remember, don't put sour cream, no sour cream. Same thing as like when you go to like Brahms or something and you order a strawberry banana milkshake or something. No, it's not Brahms, Sonic. They put this much whipped cream. Whipped cream has no business on a strawberry banana shake, in my opinion. I know a lot of people do. Same thing with banana pudding. Banana pudding should have the pudding, the bananas, and the vanilla wafers. Leave out the whipped cream. It don't belong on there, in my opinion. But when you go to a restaurant, it's stirred in. Even when you buy the little cups of it at our local grocery store, at the top of it, it's got a little sour or a little whipped cream on it. And I don't know. I don't think it goes on it, but like I said, I'm plain and simple. You figure, what was my mama, she was born in 1911? I think it was 1911. I can't remember for sure. And so you know how they probably cooked. And she's the one that kind of taught my mama how to cook. So that's the kind of cooking I like. I don't want no fancy dancy stuff. Just throw that hamburger on there, sprinkle some seasoning on it, and call it a day. Stir up some pudding and the bananas and the vanilla wafers and call it a day. Keep it simple, exactly. I like the peanuts the most at Five Guys. And we had a Five Guys. I think they finally got run out of town. They pulled some really bad crap here where we live. And I think they wound up shutting down because people just quit going. They boycotted them. I never went there to eat. I don't know how good their food was or their peanuts or anything else. I had a big old bag of peanuts that I got at Tractor Supply. They're gone now. I got nothing to munch on but raisins. When I moved from the apartment to over here, this was not this one, but a raisin can this size, poof, gone. Right along with the cord that went to my electric desk, it went up and down. They're gone. I don't know what happened to them. One of these days, I will probably find a box in a box that's got a box of raisins in it, and I don't know, they could be out in the storage shed. I have no idea. Could be a box that got set beside the U-Haul truck that didn't get put in the U-Haul truck, and I didn't notice it when we drove off. I have no idea. You can put whipped cream on it to fill up the container, and it's cheaper than actually putting the banana. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Man, banana pudding is probably my favorite dessert. When when I was able to eat again after cancer treatments and radiation and all that mess, the best thing and I never really ate it before, I didn't care for it, but was like lemon pudding and lemon pie. Anything that had lemon in it, man, that tasted like Bavarian cream in the donuts. That was so sweet and so good. It fired your taste buds up. Man, that was good. Hmm. But I come back to eating banana pudding and stuff. Both the cheapest burgers and both of the cheapest burgers they ate had the meat and grilled onions that looked so good. I mixed feelings on grilled onions. We had it was Bennigan's. I don't know if they're everywhere, and it's not here no more. It closed. Basically like Chili's. But man, the kid's mom went there one time and ate, and both of us got food poisoning. And I think it was from the grilled onions. And for years, I wouldn't eat grilled onions. And now, if they're on something, I'll eat them, but I don't order them. It just, I don't know. Flashbacks. What are they? PSD or PTSD. Next time they went, find the cheapest hot dog. Oh, mobile, I like the hot dog. Yeah, good hot dogs. Oh yeah. Hayes Burgers, a dive that's been there forever. They cook the onions and the burger patty. Oh, that wouldn't be too bad. Does anyone want to take a guess what's the most expensive burger in the world is? I have no idea. I know I'll probably somewhere over in London or somewhere in Paris. $6,000, man. You can buy a cow cheaper than that. Of all the hamburger meat you could eat and steaks. I wouldn't pay $6,000 for any food of any quantity ever. I can see $600 if you're feeding, 15 or 20 family members and they're all eating ribeyes or something like that. But $6,000 for a burger, that's insane. And that processed, man made hamburger meat, probably. I don't know. I like Bennigan. So Bennigan's is still around then. I know they shut this one down a long time ago. Actually, about where Chili's is now, I think it's where it was at. It's got Japanese Wagyu beef and is reed and golden leaf. It's on the Netherlands. I like them big fat, girthy all beef hot dogs. I don't know. I think the last hot dog I ate was at Sam's Club. Man, you can go in there and get a hot dog and a drink for like $3 and the foot long hot dog. Need to put chili on it though. Covered in gold leaf, bloody. No, Bennigan's closed up here. They had a ham sandwich on pretzel bun. That was good. Been so long. Let's see, she passed away in 2001. So it was probably, well, I don't even know if my son was born yet. So it was the mid 80s probably. Because he was born in 89. He might have been born. I don't remember. Been a long time ago. Anyhow. Well, boys and girls, I am going to finish editing this. And I got 2 more solar table lights that I got to do. Pretty decent, pretty nice lights. Trouble is, I won't get them. Today's Thursday, so I'm not going to get them done to take the Bowie to the flea market. But I'll have them for next month because I don't want them. You know, very, very few things that I review that I keep. And it's not that they're not any good, it's just I have no use for them. I've got an air conditioner in the living room right now that needs to be reviewed. It's a pretty good sized unit. You got to vent it out the window and stuff. I don't need it. I won't use it. But I did it because it was a high price item and I knew I could probably sell it, especially by the time it gets approved and everything. This time next month, people will be looking for the air conditioners. But anyway, I'm going to actually try to get some work done. So I will see y'all next week, and hope everybody has a great week and enjoys life. And most of you could, if you need me, you know how to get a hold of me. Y'all have a great night, and appreciate y'all hanging out with me and listening to me ramble about a lot of nothing. But that's what it's all about. Just enjoy. And this was a nice little break. Thank y'all for making me take a little break. So y'all keep smiling, dashing, dancing, prancing, doing whatever it is you want to do. Just keep doing something because you're going to get old if you don't. And we're all getting older. That's a fact. So get out and enjoy life. Do something besides work. I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.